So today's task is I'm actually removing the nudge bar, the lights, and all the plastic on the front. Yeah, all this is coming off. This little light bar is going in, and it fits just in the middle there. Mandy's van's got one, I shall go and show you now. And our Bursner motorhome had one as well. So, quite neat. Fits in there, looks all right. Bolts to the little bumper behind it. And again, this is just part of me going over the things of, I built this van thinking, oh yeah, I need this, need that. And I absolutely really don't. So this gets in the way quite a lot, especially park ups, supermarket car parks, things like that. It does stick out a little bit, so it gets in the way. And whilst the lights are really good, I don't really use them that much. The headlamps on the van are pretty good, and I've got the LED bulbs in there as well. So yeah, those do. I just want something that goes down the road a little bit further, which is going to be this. So that is today's job. First thing I'm going to do anyway is disconnect all the lights, remove all the wiring, and then once I've done that, take the bull bar off and then start to strip the rest of the plastics down. Right, so that's the lights off, nudge bar off, looking very naked again. I just got to remove the front little brackets for the nudge bar, and then I'll take the rest of the plastic off and then start working on that. So yeah, if anybody wants a nudge bar and 2 spot lamps and 2 fog lamps with the brackets, let me know. Dexter's checking it out, make sure it's all right. It's a good deal, he says. Yeah, just let me know in the comments down below. Looks like all the screws on this side are on metal clips. I've just snapped that one because it's rusted up. So I've sprayed them with some WD, given 20 minutes, and hopefully I can get back in there then. Right, and now with that off, I can then get easier access to those brackets there, which are what held the nudge bar on. So 2 brackets either side. No idea if they're going to come off easily or not, but yeah, we'll find out soon. Well, that's one side off, and those bolts were a pig. So yeah, just the other side to do now. Whoop-de-doo. There we go, second bracket is off, bolts back in. Tough. But first of all, I'm going to work out where the holes need to be for that bracket there for the light. Then I can drill the holes in and then put all the front back on. So just put the front on, mark the middle, and then obviously those are the brackets then for that. Just need to mark the holes for the brackets, drill some holes, and then when this mounts back over, I'll cut out this bit and this bit, and that will sort of slide over there, not all the way over there, but towards there anyway. Obviously I need to take out those 2 pieces there. So I have the multi-tool ready, and there you go, as easy as that. Right, so that's the light fitted, bracket done, everything nice and sturdy. Obviously need to wire it in there, sort that in a minute. Just want to mount that. That'll do nicely. And when you start one job and then end up just getting involved in another one, I am removing all the electrical connections, all the cables, controllers, everything for the aux beam lighting. And most of that was obviously tucked away down there out of the way. So yeah, time to pull it all out and then finish off what I'm doing at the front now. I love it, but at the same time, I no way at all imagined I was going to get this involved today. So, surprise! Wow, looks naked again. Still 50-50 on whether I'm like, oh no, I've done the wrong thing. Quick, put it all back on. Or I kind of like it, just plain and simple. Less fuss, less bother, less things in the way at the front as well. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to stay that way. So now really, my sort of final job on the list, at some point anyway, is going to be to remove the roof rack and remove all the lights and everything else up there. But for now, it's done. One more step towards what I wanted to do with the van anyway. All I've got to do now is clean me and clean the workshop. Very few people do that. So you saw how filthy the roof was the other day. It's not too much of a bad day today. So yeah, I'm cleaning the van. There's all sorts of crud that's come off the roof as well. So it's glistening up there. Damaged. Usual thing, motorway traffic, someone slows down, you slow down, then they slow down really, really, really harshly. So do you, and the truck behind you, not so much. I'm going to fix it myself. I'm not going to mess around with insurance or anything like that. So worst case scenario, I found a couple of new doors. So just have to go through that. Best case scenario, I can pull that out. So it's stoved in the lower part of the door and there's a big gap down that part. So really, I guess the impact was sort of this area and I need to pull it out as well, as close as I can to the way the impact happened. So my plan of attack is twofold. First of all, I'm going to try and give it a pull. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and try and give it a push. So I've got a little handheld winch that I'm going to attach to that girder there and basically pull it back out and see as slowly as I can if that does help it. And if that doesn't seem to be going right, then I'll go inside. Then it gets a bit more tricky because I'm going to have to strip the door down. So I've got a vise trapped around a girder with a strap doubled over and then the hand winch and using some soft shackles. So let's try and pull that this way a little bit, see if it moves, and then we'll go for that side as well. So I think you'll agree it moved somewhat, but it didn't move an awful lot. So most of it is going to be in this edge here. I've fortunately the doors still operate okay. So it's not a case of, you know, the doors are mega damaged or anything like that. They open and close fine. So yeah, it is going to be a case now where I've got to go inside this corner of this panel, which is going to be difficult because that's where, as you can probably see on this door, there's this bit here, right on the corner there. Obviously I am going to have to take the ladder off, simply because the bracket, bottom bracket, is, well, yeah, it's probably misshaped somewhat. So yeah, I'm going to have to sort that out, which means taking off the ladder and the bottom bracket. And the bottom bracket is bolted in from behind, so definitely a panel off on the inside. And yeah, try the other way. So as everybody does, you know, you put all the insulation, you do everything else in the rear door, then you put all the covers back on, and then you add some storage and blah blah blah. So I'm just deconstructing that basically right now. The panel isn't too bad actually. Yeah, the top panel covers the bottom panel, but it's held on by clips, so it came off quite easily. And then it is just 3 bolts, bit fiddly, but yeah, just 3 bolts that hold the ladder bracket on. Right, so that is off now. So I'm going to get a ladder and get up there, take that off, the rail, because the rail's alright, so I'll leave the rail on. Take that off, and then we'll see what shape, no pun intended, the lower door is in, because it has straightened up a little bit now. And then obviously while I've got that off, I can straighten up that bottom bracket as well. It's only a little bit out of shape, and then we'll take it from there. So you can see a bit clearly now how bent out of shape that thing is. Obviously there's that bit there, needs to be pushed out a little bit, and then this corner here needs to be pushed out. And after that, it's not so bad in all fairness. Right, so I've straightened the ladder up now. It's just the bottom brackets that are obviously somewhat out of alignment. That's now sorted out, nice and straight. No, it's not pristine. It is what it is, unfortunately. At another stage, obviously I can take it into a body shop, and then they can just kind of like redo the bottom door, you know, bog it in, repaint it. So that's, other than that, quite an easy job for them. Easy. So yeah, let's have a play with the ladder and see where we get with that. So, a little winch like this, I've carried this for as long as I can remember, in all fairness. I've used it a lot. And I think the first time I ever used, and it's not this one, but one like this one, I was probably only about 18. And, you know, new driver, I crashed into a tree in the rain and stove the front end in of the car I was driving. So there was a lamppost outside the house. You can see where this is going. Only unexpected results happened. Even with the handbrake on and in gear, the winch was dragging the vehicle towards the lamppost. So I had to get all my mates to sit in the car to pull the big V out of the front of the bumper and the frame and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, did it. And just like that, with a bit of fettling for a few hours, it was good as new almost. Well, you know, as new as the 18-year-old that I was could afford a car that, you know, back in 1988 would have been around about 10 years old. So it was built in the 70s. It was a shitbox basically. Didn't really matter as long as it was roughly the right shape again. And thanks to this little fella, well, not this one, but one like it, it was. How cool is that?